Hello YouTube, this is the Lone Pantheist. This is going to be a part 2 of the Pantheism Panel. It is late, so I'm going to try to hurry this up. Um, now, I wanted to stress what I said before about the atheist experience. I do believe that the format of that show I kind of like, that in terms of like comments and stuff like that. But we are not. That's perhaps a bad analogy because we are not looking to be condescending. We're looking to be informative. We're not looking to belittle your beliefs. We're looking to perhaps elevate your beliefs. That's I do believe that pantheism perhaps is the only game in town. A lot of religions, even those that you may not think, do have pantheistic elements. We do. Every god that we've ever constructed has been extracted from nature. We take the forces from nature, we construct them, develop them, anthropomorphize them, give them our appearance, stuff like that, and even give them our personality. And this is seen throughout religion. You can see in the Bible, each book has a different perspective when there's a different author of what God is. God goes from being a kind father to being a essentially destroyer, to being a creator, to being a warlike deity, to being a deity who preaches peace and tolerance, to being a deity who sticks up for slavery. You see that in the Quran. God starts out all nice and everything, and then when Muhammad eventually starts going on his war campaigns, Allah becomes a very warlike deity, and all of a sudden sticks up for Muhammad, which is very convenient. But that's the problem I have probably with theism, the personal aspect of God. Is you're personalizing something that you can't be personalized. It's a reflection of yourself, which you are a part of the universe. So, like I said, you extracted the natural forces of the universe, and you have thus constructed a God. You do that with any force, you do that with the sun and everything, but why not do it with the totality and the unity? Now, as for the consciousness aspect, I do find it extremely mysterious that life has this miracle ability to adapt. A lot of people will just pass it off, well, if we didn't adapt, we would have just died out. But it just seemed convenient that we were able to develop the survival instinct, the survival ability to adapt to our environment. That just seems very like instinctive, and to me, that is what I believe God to be, is sort of instinct. It is the natural element within all things. Now, pantheism, like I said, the reason why I stick up for Hinduism, for those of y'all who didn't watch the first video, if you did, well, I'm sorry, I'm going to go through it again. It is mainly because it is really the only major religion out there. Like I said, we can debate Buddhism, debate Taoism, debate Shintoism, and put them in there as well, because they do have pantheistic elements, but it's the only one. The Eastern religions are the only ones right now that have not been touched by the Abrahamic faiths. Now, of course, this could differ. My hair is just, oh my god, never mind. Anyway, this could differ with Christianity and Islam if they keep proselytizing, but I do believe that eventually we will wake up and see the light, supposed to say, the light of the universe. It's not a mysterious, invisible light. It's metaphorical for enlightenment, but if you want a physical light, there's the big ball in the sky that comes up from. Well, from our perspective, it seems to come up and rise, but we actually turn towards it. Yeah, that's the light of the universe, and that is what we are born of. So we are, in fact, light beings. But I do believe that once I found my pantheism, I'm more content with the world. I'm more happy within it. I understand myself a little better. I perhaps don't articulate my views as well as Candellitcommentaries does, and even Eric Orwoll does, and I'm you and you're me. But I do try. I am coming from more of the cultural, historical background. Eric Orwoll, I believe, is coming from the historical background. And Candellitcommentaries said that he was going to come from the more like emotional, engaged background. And Galoxie's coming from a more scientific background. I'm very interested in seeing people coming from a Wiccan background, a Buddhist background, a Hindu background. I even want to debate atheists and Christians and Muslims on this, as to why they believe the way they believe, why we believe the way we believe, how perhaps there is an underlying element that is unifying in all these. and sort of, yeah, that's my wonderful computer. Yeah. Anyway, how we can sort of perhaps coalesce. I do see that pantheism probably will be the ultimate end when religion and atheism are done with that. They're battling. They kind of the frequencies kind of merge into one, and they start going, oh, okay, well, you know, hello to pantheism. I do see that that would probably be more of a drive for scientific inquiry than perhaps atheism or Christianity. We have no mythology to force, and we have. I mean, I guess you could say Hinduism does have mythology, but nobody, even Hindus, don't really believe their mythology to be concrete and true. They do believe that it's mythology, but it has a philosophical point to it. I am impressed that Hinduism did develop a time scale relative to the scientific time scale some 3,000 years ago. And there's elements of Hinduism that have lasted since well over 6,000 years. So that's one of the reasons why I do announce Hinduism, and I announce it to everybody. You know, hey, this is a very old religion. It's pantheistic, and it shows that at one time we were pantheistic. Europeans were pantheistic. I mean, there's several. You can read the epics of the Greeks, the mythology of the Romans, even Nordic myths. Beowulf is kind of interesting. It doesn't really have a philosophical point to it other than kill monsters, but yeah, it's an interesting read. But anyway, yeah. So there's this tide of theism, and this tide of theism I think is responsible for atheism because it says God has to be this. It cannot be anything else. It cannot be nature, and they ridicule believing in nature to the point where you either decide to join the religion or say, screw it, I'm an atheist. And I think that is very, I don't want to say disappointing. It's very, I guess, disingenuous, disappointing. It's disappointing in the fact that a lot of people believe that. It's disingenuous in the fact that they are generalizing. If you believe this, then you are in fact an atheist. We are not sexed up atheism. Though I do kind of take that as a compliment. We are sexier than atheism, I suppose, but there's a lot of scientific evidence to it. I think a lot of science points to pantheism more so than anything else. Like I said, Taoism and Hinduism, so like that. A lot of their beliefs do merge quite nicely with science.